How's it going, everyone? Wayne the Unknown here, and welcome back to another episode of Geeking Out, where we basically discuss everything nerd and geek related. I apologize if my webcam seems a little slow. I am exporting a previous video from the Distance Learning Podcast, the night episode for Geek Rock Galactic. But I am joined once again by Brian and Sam, who you may remember from when we did the similarities and differences between Marvel and DC. I am doing another episode, a new segment, because I always, always try to come up with a new segment. We are going to be talking about my collection, where I will invite people on and they will be sharing their collections from when they first started to what their collection is like now and the stuff they've collected over the years, from toys, comics, video games, you name it. So I'll start off with Brian. How old were you and what year did you seriously start collecting your stuff?
That's kind of a subjective thing as far as like seriously collecting, because I've always had stuff around since I was a kid. I remember having oh gosh, I think it might have been Mego, but whoever made the like Godzilla plastic kits that you snap together and all that kind of stuff, and a few things here and there that I was always really into. And then obviously Star Wars was huge back in the day.
Oh yeah.
So what I'm saying by the series collecting back then, I had everything. Doesn't mean it was kept in the best condition.
I
Didn't
still, I
get played
still, I
with.
still, I still count that. I mean, I know some people
Yeah,
still have like their toys from like when they were a kid, and they have it like somewhere in a glass case.
yeah. I have, well, some of that stuff's in the glass case. I do have some of my original Legacy figures, but over the years, I've traded, sold a lot of those original series. I still have a lot of the '94 Power of the Force, but I'd say as far as getting an interest in the toys and at least keeping some of them, probably since '77, maybe '79 or so, because I've always had that stuff, from probably Star Wars is what I would say was the first major, like,
Oh,
wow, let's have all the toys.
when like
Yeah,
their stuff was made for like when Obi-Wan's outfit was like cloak was made from leather,
it was vinyl, but yeah,
vinyl. Oh,
yeah,
jeez.
yeah, yeah, the vinyl. So Lando had a vinyl cloak, Obi-Wan had one, Vader, the Jawas, Sand People, almost all of them did. It was just like a teardrop shaped almost piece of vinyl with armholes in it, and they just kind of
Yep.
shoved through there, and then they ripped. But yeah, so I'd say that's probably about where the bug first bit me, and part of that was just society. Part of it was also just being exposed to something that awesome and having something that you could play with,
Oh,
and then the
yeah.
action figure line of anything just blew up after that, because they realized, hey, George is onto something. We don't need to make these big 12-inch GI Joes for people that don't really do anything with
I
them
mean, they
anymore.
still they still make them big 12-inch things like you
Oh,
see at a
sure.
comic book shop that go for like anywhere from 100 to $300.
Yeah, but a lot of that was only thing available. The 3 3/4, you could mass produce much more of them. They were infinitely, they became more
Shitty qual
action
and
figure and
and
stuff.
they had like a real shitty quality look to them.
Mm-hmm. And then GI Joe was right behind that with the action figures. I mean, so like I said, late '70s probably when it first hit me, and off and on for the past almost 50 years at this point, been collecting stuff, but it hasn't really been rabid on any one thing since probably the mid '90s with the Power of the Force 2 stuff.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, I just get what I like.
I mean, literally, and you can see like right behind you have like a big collection
Oh,
of stuff, like
oh, geez.
Spawn,
Yeah.
a lot of Todd McFarlane Spawn.
Yeah, because
Is that the cube from
oh, yeah,
Hellraiser?
yeah,
Oh,
that's the lamentation configuration. Yeah,
oh, awesome.
yeah,
Bunch of
Uh,
yep,
nerds.
yep.
hey, you're one to talk. You have a bunch of Funko Pops in the back and I mean I'm one to talk too.
Yeah.
Sam, I know you started your collection because of your dad. Do you remember what the very first thing you started collecting was?
Um, I don't know. I think it was like the little Star Wars figures when we were like growing up. Dad would always get us those. I think.
Well, there was some of those Burger King, and like
Yeah.
see who Burger King had the
Yeah,
little tiny small plushies, which I still got a bunch of, and they also
yeah,
came
like
with extra
McDonald's
figures.
and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
those kinds of things.
I mean, speaking of Burger King and their toys, I mean, I'm gonna be showing off some of my stuff, but Burger King used to sell these. They came with like a little thing you place on their feet, and they would also come with trading cards.
Yeah, so there was probably the
Yeah.
Burger King series of plushies, which would have been for the special edition release, and I would get multiples, and the kids would get ones that I didn't really want.
Yeah.
Then SpongeBob started getting a big line of stuff from one of
Oh,
the
yeah.
fast food chains, and then like the Incredibles had their line. So they were introduced to a lot of the stuff that I liked, and if it wasn't something I was rapidly collecting, they would either fall into it themselves or it would just disappear and end up in their toy boxes, Wayne. So probably by default they were exposed to all this stuff. Would you say what? Probably about 5 or 6, Sammy? Maybe a little bit younger. Because your brother started playing Warhammer with me when he was about 5. He didn't understand it, but he liked the figures.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah. So that'd be about
Yeah,
right.
I know. I would always steal Karen and Brandon's because I wanted them.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean oh, that's episode 3. Never mind. I tried typing.
Yeah, and I remember like when Twilight came out and was a huge thing. They had like little wolves and like little vampire figures, so I would collect those too.
Yeah, and then Lord of the Rings had a line of action figures that came from one of the fast food places, and then Kentucky
Yeah.
Fried Chicken had their Phantom Menace stuff. I've still got all those in the boxes and everything too. There was a whole series of them leading up to the
oh, you
the
mean
prequel release.
you mean these things.
That's part of it. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Because I still
Yeah.
have the Wampa and all that, and then there was like the little TIE fighters, the key that you would hit, and it would roll across the table. Yep, that's the ones.
Wow.
Yeah, I still have almost all of those. Of course, we'll them in storage, but I still have them.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't think I
you
have
were
any of those.
you probably, well, I don't know. You're a little bit older than Samantha, so you'd have been just a couple years old.
I'm
at that
30
time.
now, so I'm like I think
Oh,
when
yeah.
when like that was announced, yeah, I was like not even a teenager yet.
Yeah, and if your parents weren't, getting it or into it and stuff, yeah, it was a pretty quick release. But I had them all. I still have almost all of them. Some of them in packages still too.
Oh, I wholeheartedly believe it.
Yeah.
So with all the toys you own or collectibles or action figures, they're called action figures.
They're
Mom.
toys, man. Come on, they really are.
You used to hate
What
when we
would,
called them toys, and now you call them toys.
So what would you say is the smallest one you own? Like it just like a miniature one you own to this day.
Oh, smallest to scale is probably a die cast metal set of the I'm looking right at it. It's the alien face hugger, xenomorph, Ripley, and the Queen, and they're pretty small scale.
Yeah, do you have them to show?
Yeah, let me go grab one real quick.
Oh, yeah. Well, Sam, while you're doing that, Sam, what's like the smallest thing you own? Small wise for a figure.
I have a few.
Is there one you
They're
is there one you
mostly Legos.
is there one you can get right now to show off?
Okay, so I found it, but these were like probably the smallest small scale. So there's a face
wow.
hugger, and it's
That
all
is-
metal.
That's metal. Oh, yeah, that's right. The
Yeah.
diecast series.
And then there's Ripley.
Oh wow. Did those come out around the same time as the movie, or did they come out afterwards?
Oh, way after. If I could read the date on it real quick.
I know like the 90s were when a lot of the stuff from like your childhood would come out because diecast metal.
Yeah, these all
things-
have 94 on them.
Oh yeah,
And
yep.
there's a Xeno.
Yep, it was like the 90s when diecast figures were becoming a thing.
And then there's
The
Alien
Queen.
Queen.
Oh,
So
The Queen.
like I said, that's probably the smallest officially licensed thing I've got. Yeah. I've got other things that are smaller, but you start going into Warhammer figures.
I do like I said.
Like
Oh,
the little
wow.
goblins and miniatures and stuff. So that kind of changes
Warhammer
because that's its own
40K.
thing. That's when I painted, by the way, too. But
Oh yeah.
this
No,
one,
I still count
back
those
in
like
the day,
I
and
said.
that's pewter.
We're gonna be talking about comics, toys, books, memorabilia, signed autograph stuff. Because I know,
Yeah,
like,
got all that.
oh yeah,
I have my
believe.
little Flash.
Oh, really bitty Flash.
And
Oh wait, I have is it that one where you sit on the black circle thing? Yeah, I have I got the same thing. My mom got me a set of
yeah,
mini Batman. I mean, I'm gonna be showing off my stuff too because I'm a fucking
I
nerd. I
have
don't
no
care.
idea where I got
And
what.
and I
have
got like
it.
I got
Nice
like the
Joker.
I got the little Joker, and I also got another Batman one too. Yeah, no, these things are cool. I remember my mom got me like a pack of them. It came with the
Oh,
two Batmans and the Joker, but I've been starting to see a lot more of these lately. I know people use them as like cake toppers.
Yeah.
wait. I wonder if that's
Well,
where
you know,
I
I
don't know.
if I could find it, well, I know I've got a bunch of them. I just thought about some of the smaller collectibles, but the reason why I didn't think about it initially is because the cases were bigger. The Micro Machines Star Wars sets,
Oh, yep,
those
yep, yep, yep,
I've
yep,
got
yep.
tons of those. The R2D2, the Chewbacca head, Imperial Guard head, Stormtrooper head, all that. And they opened it up, so the little figures in there were really small. But as far as like anything readily accessible,
Yeah,
I'd have to go to Aliens.
Oh yeah, if I'm looking at them right. Uh
Legos.
Yeah, there's
oh,
Legos.
oh
Those are
wow,
little.
that's the other Lego DC.
Yeah,
Is that Spider? Oh, I see Spider-Man in the background. That is
Iron
cool.
Spider.
Oh yeah. Speaking of micro machines, these
My
are the
dad's least favorite Spider-Man. Oh, jerk.
you said micro machines. They came out in 1995.
Yeah. Yep. Then there was a whole series of heads that would open up and they would have the play sets inside of them.
Yep, yep,
Yeah,
yep.
I've got almost every one
Yeah,
of those still.
you can't really see it. Oh, I remember these now. I had a oh, I okay, I remember these now. One of my mom's old boyfriends used to have Jabba the Hutt's palace with a Sarlacc pit one.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah, and you push a
remember
little button on the side and the mouth
yep,
just went like that and everything.
yep,
Yeah.
yep,
Yeah.
yep. Yeah, I remember they also did one for the T-800 for Terminator. He had his head had one with a mini base inside.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
he is not cheap. He's like $80 now right now, but this is
Yeah,
like
some of those were limited runs. So like
Oh wow.
I have all those right there. Yeah, I have all of them. I still have them.
yeah, these things, I
Yeah.
mean, right now on Macari, this thing is going for like surprisingly, this thing is going for $20, but these are just the machines themselves. I imagine the like the heads go for a
Yeah.
little bit more.
Oh, I'm sure. But yeah, I have all the heads. A lot of the figures still have some of the stuff in the box. Not by choice. I ended up in the early '90s becoming an out of the box collector because Samantha's mother got sick and tired of stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks of boxes. And I came home from work one day and like our entire storage unit that we had and most of the living room uh was just filled with a lot of my ships and figures out of the box and on shelves because it's like, what's the point? You're not ever going to sell it, which I ended up selling some of it later. But it was there as a collection. She wanted to be able to see it. So it was all collapsed and in a storage unit from there. And I was like, okay. So I had stacks of the cards because she took a lot of the figures off the cards, which you lose pieces that way. But anyway,
The good old NRFB, never removed from box.
yeah. But it's funny over the past few years, more and more companies have started making things to be open box collector friendly. And McFarlane's done that. NECA's done it, like let's say with the big chat
Oh
here.
yeah, I've seen those where you open
They
the
open
thing.
up.
Yep. I
Yeah.
saw
Q-Fig's doing it.
oh yeah, I remember back when I went to Sacramento back in 2017, me and my sister stopped by this comic book slash nerdy coffee shop. So like the front of the shop was the coffee shop, and then the back was like the comic book stuff with the collectibles. They had the Killing Joke Joker. You
Good
know how
one.
you can like open the thing and you see him.
Mhm.
It came with this camera, it came with a hat, and then also inside it came with the Killing Joke comic.
Yeah.
So I've noticed a lot of the open box things also come with like comics or some kind of booklet now.
Yeah, they'll have a one shot and stuff on them. But they were also doing that back in the day, like say with the first series of Spawn.
Oh,
All right, he actually comes with a reprint of Spawn number
and I
one.
can tell that box that has never been opened.
Nope, this one's not been open. It's not in the greatest condition, but he's never been out.
I mean, it's McFarlane Toys. I mean,
Yeah, at this point it was just McFarlane toys.
yeah,
There's another one of him in the suit that came with the comic also.
nice.
So he kind of set a lot of trends back in the day that most everybody follows.
I believe it. Do you happen to have any that are still in the box, Sam?
Samantha.
Any what? I'm sorry, cut off.
Do you happen to have
internet sucks right now, okay?
do you happen to have any figures that are still in their box to this day that you've had for a long time?
I haven't had like a lot of my stuff for a long time. I don't really like taking my stuff out of the box because it gets so dusty and I have a lot of animals, so I don't want to have to dust it.
Oh yeah.
The thing I've had the longest, I think this was since like junior year of high school, is my Seraph the End pop figure.
From what anime?
It's called Seraph of the End. It's about
I've
vampires.
I have never heard of I've never heard of that, and I've seen my fair share of anime with vampires in it.
So
I re
I
Oh, okay. Thank
Well, see, and
you.
I still got
yeah,
some of the original
Zoom.
Power of the
I don't.
Force
I've been tempted to take it
guys
out
on
of the box,
card.
Ooh,
but I don't. I
nice. I remember uh,
It's probably
you know what the ironic thing is now? The stuff that's still in the box from like when we were kids is worth a lot of money now.
Some of it, others they mass produce them that they're not really worth a terrible amount. But okay, so
this.
there are some things I'll leave in the box if I have no intention of never opening it, or it's just a one shot deal, like Johnny Silverhand behind me. I don't know if you can see him or not.
I can Oh, wow.
Okay, so Johnny
Oh, from
Silverhand from
Cyberpunk
Cyberpunk.
2077.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll probably stay in the box because he's the only one that I bought because it's the only character I really liked, and I didn't like the models for the other ones.
I don't think I've never heard of Cyberpunk 2077 characters.
Oh, there's a ton of them. There's multiple V's, and then there's
Jeez, that's. I remember it was when Spider-Man came out, the Sam Raimi one. They had a Green Goblin toy that came with the glider, and it also came with the Green Goblin, and it came with the detachable mask, detachable half mask, where if you take off the mask, it showed Norman Osborn. I looked up that thing online, still in the box with everything, because I had that toy. It was like $20. It is worth almost $200 now, still in the box.
Oh wow.
They weren't mass producing a lot of them until they realized that there was an adult toy collector market. And that
I was
took
a
a
kid,
little while.
I was a kid, so I took it out of the box because as
Well,
you do.
sure. Yeah. Well, and like I said, for the longest time, some of the ones I wish I'd kept in the box because it was a limited run. Had I known at the time, I would have. Was like I had every figure and playset from Starship Troopers, but somewhere along the line, the kids wanted to play with the Hopper and
Yeah.
Dropship, and
I remember
the
that.
Arachnid and stuff. So some of the stuff just gets sacrificed to parenthood, and then
You're welcome.
yeah, and then others you just hold on to. But the thing was, unfortunately, much like comics and a bunch of other media back then, they started looking at it as investment. So you weren't really buying something as a toy or a personal collectible item. It was, just like what's it going to be worth in the future. And since that's kind of bottomed out, the ones that stay and maintain their value are limited edition ones that are, a one shot deal or that they didn't mass produce. But otherwise, almost everything is so mass produced. There's really no value into it other than what you hold on to. Exclusive. That's also one of the reasons why I'm not a
there's
big
also
fan of exclusives.
there's also promotional toys that were only a few were made that are worth something to this day.
Yeah, since I'm wearing the Ghostbusters stuff, one of the ones that was made for a con that never happened because of COVID was Louis Tully's Terrible Night, and it was Louis Tully and the other Terror Dog for the Ghostbusters Plasma series. It was made for a con as an exclusive, never made it publicly, so now you're buying it third party. So some of those exclusives I'm okay with, but when they make Rite Aid has exclusive pops, Walmart has exclusive pops, FYE has exclusive pops, blah blah blah. So they'll have number 3 out of 5, and you got to go to 5 different stores to buy them. Now, I understand it from a marketing standpoint, but I get really tired of some of that. So once again, unless it's something I'm really, really into, I don't go chasing all of them down. I don't need 20 Pickle Ricks, even though I have 20.
I'm Pickle Rick!
Yeah, even though I do have, I think, 5 Pickle Ricks right now from different series.
You have a Pickle Rick army.
Yeah, well, so I'm just saying, it gets a little nerve-wracking, and that's why I was saying the subjectiveness of series collecting. I just get what I like. If it's something that I'm really into, I'll buy the entire series of, whether it's in pops or action figures or something. But otherwise, it's one and done. Like, oh, I like the way this one looks, or this one really speaks to me. And then, like I was hinting at before we started recording, with the advent of 3D printers, if it's not something that's mass produced, I'll make it myself.
Oh, yeah, no, and the best thing is, no one else or I've also noticed people with 3D print stuff that doesn't get made anymore.
Yeah, that too. So along those lines, I haven't painted it yet. It's a relatively fresh paint, but that is a Bonsai Institute oscillation overthruster from the Adventures of Buckaroo Bonsai Across the Eighth Dimension. That's an awesome.
Didn't that show come out like
counts as a
what?
I
collectible to
have
me.
no idea what words came out of your face, but okay.
What?
I don't know what that means.
Isn't that show from like what? Is that a show or
It was a movie. It was a movie back in the early '80s.
I was about to say it sounds like someone from the 80s.
Peter
Bef-
Weller, Jeff Goldblum, Ellen Barkin, John
the
Lithgow,
only
That
Christopher
explains
Lloyd.
why I don't know what that is.
the only movie I can think from the 80s that had Jeff Goldblum in it before Jurassic Park were Earthworm Are Easy
Yep.
and The Fly.
Oh, he was in a bunch of stuff.
Oh no, I believe it.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Buckaroo Bonsai. There's a ton of stuff he
God.
was in.
So Sam, what is the biggest thing you own? Out of
5-foot cat.
Well, yes, that's true, but I don't know if that classifies as nerdiness.
There's a lot of damn Funko Pops.
Oh,
Oh
God.
shit! Is that the Spider-Man Funko? Holy,
Yeah, that's the
like
big one.
Is that like
Yeah,
is that the 10-inch or 12-inch ones?
Um,
God damn.
I don't know.
Is that the fort? Hold it up to you, Sam. Straight up.
Yeah, hold it up there.
See, that looks closer to 14 if you look at the bottom of his feet up, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I remember when Funko started making the big ones, and like,
Yeah.
I'm just thinking to myself, who in the fuck would
Yeah,
want to buy that? The next thing I know, I see people have like, I mean, I have like, I don't have like the super big ones. I have like the ones that are like, yay big.
Oh,
But I don't have like those ones that look like, that are like almost the size of a small child.
I love this.
Yeah, the biggest one that I have like that I don't have access to, I think it's packed up, is Voltron. Because he's huge.
I have seen
Yeah,
the Voltron
I do have
Legendary
Voltron.
Defenders one, and those, the big ones. I
They
mean,
just take up a lot of space.
well,
man.
they take up a lot of space. And sometimes some of them are worth something. Sometimes you can get one of those for like 30-40 bucks, and then there are some where like the rare ones that can go for like 100. Because I even seen like your regular sized.
This is 30 at Walmart.
Okay, yeah, like, and I've seen like even your regular size Funko Pops go for a whole lot more because it was either signed, it's a rare one, or it's an NFT.
Yeah, exclusive, limited production, things like that. Yeah,
Like,
I think Brandon has, I think, the biggest Funko that I have, and it's the Balrog.
oh, from Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Oh yeah. It's probably the
It's
biggest
not big.
besides Voltron. I think that's the biggest one we have.
And those things can weigh too. Have some good weight to
Oh,
it.
his is hefty. I was gonna say I think we also had the King of Shit, Rick, but it was a little bit smaller, but it was the bigger box, but I think it was actually a pretty small one. And I
wow.
had the Tanker Bug from Starship Troopers. That's a good size one. I'm not a huge pop collector. I have ones that I like.
Oh, the
like
tank. Oh, the tanker bug that shoots at that energy blast
yeah,
thing.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Oh
I've got
God,
him.
I freaking
Yeah. Yeah, I have that.
Speaking of,
I also have Ant-Man.
oh wow, and that's
Oh, nice.
oh wow.
While we were in Oregon.
Is that what's that say? Gallery what? I see it says gallery.
Gallery.
Like,
It was. I bought this at Iguana Comics when they were still in.
Oh,
Grants Pass.
before.
Well, they
they're
still are.
Yeah, they're still in Grants Pass. It's just they're located.
Before they moved.
Yeah, their new place is a bank now.
Yes. So
Yeah.
that's the Balrog.
Oh yeah. See, I have. Okay, I have one. Yeah, I have one. I have one that is that size. I have a Roadhog from Overwatch. So Brian, non Funko Pop related, what is the biggest toy you own?
Oh.
I don't know if you can show it as a thing because I know I remember you showing me you have some pretty big stuff.
Yeah. Right now, since it just came in, the biggest is probably going to be that HasLab Proton Pack.
Mind showing it because I know we didn't.
Yeah,
show
I was
it.
gonna say prior to that, it might have been the Halo Needler because that's a big one too.
Oh yeah, the Halo. Yeah, I've seen the Halo.
Yeah, that's
Needler.
big.
I was just saying, like you and your dad are like probably like I said, I always have those favorite guests that come on. Yeah, Damn, and the thing I
Oh,
highlight the fact
okay.
that thing lights up too, because I already said you made one, and then
Yeah,
that was one.
that one's out in the shop and it's about 80%. This one's 100% to scale. I just
That
have to put
one's
an
pretty
Alice frame on it.
cool.
And I like the
Oh yeah.
fact that how it was like lighting up before we recorded. Yeah. That is so
Oh, there
awesome.
you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
I love it.
Making me jealous.
I'm sure you'll get one someday, Sam.
Yeah.
With
So
him?
I'd
Oh, probably.
That is like the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Oh yeah,
Pretty,
that's awesome.
it's pretty beefy too. I'll wait till you're. I'll wait till Brian comes back because
I
there's.
wouldn't want to carry 15 pounds around. That's insane.
yeah, so that one's
Too heavy.
probably right now the biggest. Since
What?
I was gonna say I've got some big Nerf guns and stuff like that, but that's probably the single biggest toy currently. I mean, I've got a pretty good sized T800 endoskeleton, but he's only about 14.
Damn.
Yeah, actually, Brandon, can you grab me him? I have an assistant now, so
Well,
he's on the other
while
side of
he's
the
getting
room.
it, Brian, what is the most expensive toy you own?
Ooh, that I paid for or value? Ashby,
I guess so.
bastard here.
Oh, damn! Gun with a gun and everything.
Oh yeah,
Movable
and it
arms.
Oh
crazy
my god!
articulated. His jaw
Oh
moves.
I
yeah.
didn't know you had
It
that.
shows. Oh yeah.
And that's like really detailed. I like
Oh,
how
it's
I like how
crazy.
so I guess mine as well. What is the most expensive thing that you've ever paid for, and what is the most expensive thing that you own?
Okay. Paid for in one shot. It might actually currently be that HasLab pack, tell you the truth.
How much did that thing cost?
4 because it was a Kickstarter.
400?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say 4K for a minute. Like,
No, but that's what a normal built to
Oh, but he
scale
totally
pack
would
would
spend that
be.
money though.
So, yeah, I mean, in one shot, because otherwise, I usually get them retail or on sale, or I have the pro member status from GameStop, so I'll get deals through there. But the next closest is probably gonna be one of the lightsabers, because those get pretty pricey.
oh yeah, especially the ones that you like go online and get custom made for.
Oh yeah, it's like the one that I have here. I've
Oh,
got
that's
this one's
I know. I'm so sad about mine.
yeah.
that's is that based off anyone's, or is that just your basic standard one?
It's just the basic standard hilt that I customize
Oh,
with
nice.
with the extra buttons and all that kind of stuff.
Make it
Um,
flashy. Nice.
So yeah, I'd say in one purchase, but now as far as the most expensive thing I own, it's probably going to be Star Wars related because I haven't really looked up market value on some of it because I have so much of the legacy stuff. I have 2 AT-ATs that I know are pretty pricey.
Are you talking
Third
about like
party.
are you talking about like the
The
big
big ones, yeah, the big
like
AT-ATs.
the big like 20-inch ones?
Oh, they're bigger than that.
I
But
like
yeah.
is are they the ones that that the sides of the door open?
Oh yeah, and it
Okay,
has all the
yeah.
sounds and
The
has
ones
a
that
little
came
hologram.
the ones that came out like what, the 90s, I think it was?
Yep, yeah, and
Okay,
I have one from the 80s too.
I remember that. I remember seeing a you know the from episode 1, they were the battle droid tanks that you see during the Battle of Naboo.
Yeah.
Where the droids come out. I saw one of those at a swap meet or a yard sale or something. Someone was like selling for $20.
Oh, grab it.
Well,
That's cheaper than what it probably was off the shelf.
I was a kid at the time, and mom
Yeah.
said no because
But yeah, I'd say probably one of my Star Wars figures, possibly one of my comics. As far as like the highest market value.
we'll be talking about comics soon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's that
the cover.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's the Nerf gun one too.
Yeah, it's the Nerf one.
And is that lit up right now?
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
That is so cool.
That's awesome.
Oh man.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
You ever cosplay as Master Chief or an Elite?
Yeah. Or one of the other Spartans or something.
Oh, that is cool. I've never seen them light up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It
So
does.
yeah,
That's so cool.
that is cool. Sam, same question. What is the most expensive thing you paid for, and what is the most expensive thing you own?
Unfortunately, I don't have it right now because the company was a little bit of a pain. So I recently bought my first ever lightsaber. So that was probably the most expensive thing I own or I've bought right now, which was like over $100. But I had a problem with the core in the lightsaber, so that had to get fixed, which sucks. So that's currently the most expensive thing I bought. Probably the most expensive thing I have.
We've seen a lot of Funko Pops tonight, by the way, folks. Uh-oh.
Oh, dude. Yep. It's a habit. It's a thing. So I have my little Fantastic Beast creature.
Oh, Boat Truckle.
So my little Picket and my Niffler.
Oh yeah, those things are not cheap.
These are probably
nice.
And they're basically life size. Yeah, Niffler. Those are life size Niffler and Boat Truckle. Where did you get those at?
Yeah. So these are probably there's a mall like in Salt Lake. We're having like a Harry Potter thing in the center, and so my husband and I got these.
I remember like seeing those things online.
I think they're like I think they're both over $60. So currently, besides the lightsaber, these are the most expensive things I have.
Damn.
They're also so cute.
Oh, I mean, they're life size too, which is cool.
I love my husband.
He's probably my favorite
They
character.
are, and he's got his little coin in his couch. And cute.
Yeah, I'm not as up on the Wizarding World as I could be, so I got a text from her the day she got it, and she was like, "Yay, woo!" I was like, "Okay, man. What is it? Is it platypus? What the hell is that?" I had no idea.
It's like a platypus beaver duck thing.
She had to explain it to me.
Names.
I had no idea what it was.
Also, when I saw the second film and they had baby Nifflers in it, I cried because they were so cute. It made me cry because of how cute they were. Don't judge, man.
No, nobody's judging.
No, we don't judge here.
No judging.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have such varied interests and stuff that doing the Spider-Man thing is something entirely different. That's its own separate collection for different reasons. But I have a little bit of everything, a lot of some things, all of very few.
Come on, Newt, get back.
And maybe that's one reason why the collection's so big, because I have so many different things that I'm into. That's why there's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I mean, I have a lot of Pokemon stuff still. Used to have a lot more when the kids were younger, and I wish I still did, but they obviously wanted to play with a lot of it. A lot of the Warhammer stuff, things like that. And then Brandon's into a lot of the same thing. Like I've got an entire shelf of nothing but aliens and Predator stuff. I think I sent you a picture that way so you could show it.
Did.
Yeah, helmets galore. I've got 4 of them right above my head. So I've got tons of those. I make my own if need be. So like that's not mass produced, but I made that.
That is cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So
you made that?
Yeah.
That oh wow. Yeah.
Yep.
To fit you, that is.
Oh yeah.
I like when. I guess you might as well now ask, what is, out of like the stuff you made, what is your favorite thing that you own that you've made?
That I've made? It's not finished yet, or I would have brought it in here. A new 1-to-1 scale accurate ODST helmet. I just like the way that came out. Yeah, it's nice. It's real rough right now. Still working on that. Ooh. But it's hard to beat RoboCop's Auto 9.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
That's right.
I can't wait to. I can't wait to see you cosplay as RoboCop now.
I've got the files for it. It's just that's a hell of an undertaking.
Now which suit, RoboCop suit, are you talking? Are you doing his original, the one?
Oh yeah, the 86 original. There's no way I'd touch that 2014 one.
Oh yeah, I've seen the film and it wasn't bad, but I remember watching a video saying how the 86 would dominate the 2014 one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Sam's computer froze again. Oh, there we go. So Sam, since I asked your dad, what is something that you made is your favorite thing?
What is happening?
Your internet is terrible, Samantha.
So as I was asking your dad, the stuff you've made, what is your favorite collectible that you've made?
Um, it's not the best made because I just kind of winged it, but and also because I have the Funko Pop of Dean Winchester because I'm a nerd. I made the deep blade,
Nice.
so it's a little hefty because the top part's made out of foam and I carved it, and the bottom part for the handles made out of clay.
It looks well made though for
But
something.
this is probably my favorite thing.
Nice. That is pretty cool.
I think it turned out good.
Oh no,
Yeah,
it turned
fine.
out pretty good.
Yeah,
So
and it's folding
oh,
and cute.
it
It
has,
matches. Yeah,
nice.
it was great.
What
So
happened
it's
to your
like now.
what happened to your hand?
Oh, I keep injuring it. I do kickboxing and it keeps opening up. So
Remind me to
yay,
never
dry air.
remind me to never to piss you off.
Oh, it's her sister you have to worry about.
Duly noted.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
the less
Yes.
violent one.
Yeah, Sam's the nice one. Not that Karen's mean, but Karen will kill you before she ever thinks about it if you piss her
Oh,
off.
she will annihilate.
Yeah.
Duly noted. Don't piss off your sister.
Yeah.
So now we're going to be
Oh, yeah.
talking about, since it's kind of the theme for this series. We're going to talk about some of your comic books that you own, from your least favorite that you own to your favorite that you own to the most expensive one you own, to the very even if you don't have it, the very first comic book you ever owned.
Ooh.
Because I know you've been I remember when we did our
Yeah.
Marvel I remember when we did our Marvel and DC comparison stuff. You were like collecting up to like the as Bob put it, the what was it, the
The
gunmetal?
gunmetal age, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gunmetal age. Okay, so probably the first one might have been, and my brother has him now, Gru the Wanderer by Sergio Aragonés might have been the first ones that I actually actively intentionally collected.
I'm looking him up. Gru the Wanderer,
GROO.
just without the T.
Yeah.
Oh wow, there was a Gru the Wanderer movie.
Not that I'm aware of, but it might have been animated. I don't know. I haven't actively
He
followed him in a
looks
while.
like
Yeah, it's a knockoff. It's a discount Conan. Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah. Yeah, him and Stan Sakai. Yeah, that's Gru.
Oh my.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
So yeah, first
that's
appearer,
something.
Sergio, yeah, notable alias Prince Chichester, abilities Master Swordman, first appearance in Destroyer Duck #1.
Yep. And I think I
Duck?
actively started collecting his series, and it jumped publishers back and forth. And then him and Stan Sakai, I also got a lot of Usagi Ojimbos and stuff back in the day. But prior to that, I mean, obviously had comics growing up. You know, Superman's here, Batman's there, X-Men, Star Wars ones when they came out. But most of those were just not really. I was probably a little too young to appreciate holding on to them. So
I love the art style though.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, Sergio's fantastic. Yeah,
it reminds me of like cartoons I used to watch as a kid back in the day.
I have a lunchbox from his. I think it's in my 3D print room.
Here is the here are the creators of
That's a comic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Came out and so his first appearance
would have been like what, 80.
His first appearance technically was in 1982 in Destroyer the.
Yeah.
So, I mean, oh, wow,
He's been around for a while.
That looks graphic though.
Oh, Destroyer Duck was, yeah.
I mean, that was Gru's first appearance was in Destroyer Duck.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, here's like a picture. Speaking of, here's like a picture. Why does he look like a jacked version of Donald Duck? He looks like he looks like Donald Duck on steroids.
I think that might have been what they were aiming for, because there was a lot of really odd.
I mean,
like experimental comics.
I'm surprised Disney didn't try to sue them, because they went after Howard the Duck, but now they own Howard the Duck.
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter anymore.
God, he just looks like a pissed off version of Donald Duck.
Yeah, so like I said, I think that would probably be the first series I actively started collecting, and then right around '84 is when the Turtles appeared, and
Oh
I
yeah,
got
where all their basic design was the red bandana, and you couldn't tell who
yeah,
was who.
I've got the reprints of their issues, but I had the originals of that. I have somewhere I have Eastman and Laird's college work and gobbledygook and stuff that was when Mirage was still in their apartment. Oh yeah, it's an anthology. It's fantastic stuff, but it was before the Turtles had even come out. So a few of those stuck here and there. And then when I was in the industry, I was grabbing a lot of my childhood memories off the shelf too. Like some of the early Turtles, some of the early Frank Miller, some of the stuff that I'd had that I gave up. But yeah, Gru was one I collected almost religiously. Then a lot of Batmans around that time, and then '89 hit, and even more was on the market.
Oh yeah, that's
And
like when DC was going really. That's like when comics were
yeah,
going really dark.
and I had a lot of X-Men stuff. And then when they revitalized that franchise, and then a few years later is when we went really full bore into that gunmetal age. So, with all that, my first one, like I said, probably an X-Men comic or a Superman one from back in the day. But I remember a specific Star Wars one, and then grew as far as like what I was actively collecting. My favorite is probably the graphic novel of the introduction of Longshot.
I think you mentioned him.
Yeah, I have his action figure too.
Yeah, well, yeah. Where's his act? Do you have his action?
Yeah, oh
figure?
yeah, and Mojo and all that. Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Well, you're.
Of course you do.
Oh, naturally.
yeah. There's his action figure right there.
Oh
Oh, wow.
wow.
Yeah,
And that's
Yep.
like
That's-
oh, he even has a card in the back.
yeah, oh yeah,
Oh, dang.
yeah. He has the little card, and that's actually Shatterstar's daddy in one
Oh,
possible
that's right,
future.
because Shatterstar isn't he Shatterstar from Mojo World?
Yeah, and that yeah, Mojo.
What
Yeah, because that's
in
Mojo.
the fuck?
Yeah, that's Mojo. Yeah,
I only reason why I'm cussing because I do allow the F
Yeah.
word
No.
excessively on geeking out and gaming with friends.
yeah, that's Mojo. So
Right.
I love his origin comic. It's just absolutely phenomenal, and it has appearances by Spider-Man, She-Hulk, Doctor Strange, the Fantastic Four, a lot of those guys because they were introducing Longshot into the X-Men universe or Marvel universe, but the
Well,
X-Men
maybe since
specifically.
we saw Shatterstar, we'll probably see his dad in a movie one of these
That's
days.
possible. And he and Dazzler got together and left and all that. But so that's probably my favorite just because it was done so well. I mean, I've got so many of them. And currently the next closest tie-in, well, The Crow, but that's its own thing. That's one of my that's just a personal thing. But The Last Ronin, the newest, well, not the newest now because they're doing another one, but the future story of the Turtles where there's just one left.
Oh yeah, I think it's like what
Oh.
is it like what Raphael?
No,
Oh, yeah,
it's
you were
Mike.
talking about that.
Is who?
It's Mike.
Oh. Oh yeah, I've been hearing
Yeah.
about
Oh, yes.
So that's your like Sam, same question. Sam, same question. What was the first comic book you ever owned? What is your least favorite, and what is your all-time favorite? And what's one to this day that you still like? You still have that you enjoy reading?
I am honestly not sure.
If you can't remember, that's perfectly okay.
Probably something related to Flash. Because I started collecting comic books on my own like during high school when I found out they were like making a Flash show, and then it's like, oh, I should read some comic books. I don't think I still have them though, because now I just kind of collect them just for the covers.
And there's nothing wrong with.
No,
I mean,
hell,
hell,
sometimes the cover's the best part of the books.
Yeah, like I have 2 things on my wall that have Nightwing covers, and the rest are just covers that I like.
I mean, hell, speaking of stuff in covers, I bought this from Iguana Comics before they moved. I've had this since 2020. Still not even taken out of the cover, and I got this from Iguana Comics.
Well, look at that. It's a great cover.
I mean, I'm afraid to open. I'm afraid to open this thing. And I got this
Understandable.
I got this at a Go Comics back in 2020.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Superman looks really bad.
Well, it's Alex Ross, man.
It's Kingdom Come.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you know,
Which it all goes bad. Yeah.
oh yeah,
Oh,
no.
that's
It
fine.
kind of it gives me it kind of reminds me of, from what I've read, it reminds me of Injustice.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, I'm not talking about the animated Injustice movie, which I'm kind of a little miffed about how they turned
No,
out.
the story from the original game. You know, it. I was gonna say something.
I have all of these, and they're not even open because it's just for the cover.
Ooh.
Yeah, just great
Grayson,
covers.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, and then my favorite Red Hood one.
Oh,
That's a good one too. I like that.
when he changed his mask.
I got the mask
Yeah,
right there.
I can see it.
If you can.
Yeah, we can definitely
You know,
see it.
I was gonna say, Wayne, that asking what's my favorite overall, it's granted, like the long shot one is for multiple reasons, but it's almost like asking me which is my favorite child, Brandon. But you know, I'm kidding, Sammy. But you know, it's like really kind of hard to choose your absolute favorite because they all are for different reasons, if that makes sense. Because like, see that one,
Yep,
Dark Knight Returns.
I have.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't have that. That's the hard. Is that the hardcover version?
yeah, it's the hardcover.
I
Yeah,
have
which
the.
one is that?
Dark Knight Returns. But that
Oh,
one
Jim has that.
was just absolutely groundbreaking, and changed the world. You know, but then you've got other ones by Alan Moore, like The Watchmen,
Yeah,
which
so
changed the world also.
Your dad has the hardback. I have the paperback version that I got off that I bought off Amazon.
Yeah.
And I
Oh,
actually
wow.
I read through this thing.
Oh, it's fantastic.
There's a lot in the animated both. So they have part one. They have a part one and part two of the animated movie. There's a lot of stuff in that movie that wasn't that. So there's a lot of stuff in the
yeah.
comics that they didn't show in the movie, even though the movie is almost a shot for shot of the comic.
Yeah. Well, part of that is that that particular book changed the landscape for Batman for here on out. It influenced like everything. But it's really well written. It was peak Frank Miller.
Before he just started going batshit fucking crazy.
Yeah, before he started having his whatever
episode.
But
Pretty sure my husband has both of those, but
oh, I'm sure that he does, Samantha. I mean, it was be hard pressed to find a Batman fan that doesn't. And, you know, and The Watchmen was another one that kind of changed the landscape because it put a dose of reality into the whole fantastical. But like I said, they're all my favorites for a reason. But that long shot one is just because it's such a great story. I mean, there's so many of them, the good stories and stuff. But that one, you know, is my favorite today because I feel like, you know, being a little emotional. And then Batman might be because, you know, I'm a little upset about something and want to see that, you know, good can come out on top. And then The Watchmen, it's like I'm cynical and everything fucking sucks. So, you know, get involved in that. So, you know, it's tough. It is a tough question, and especially when you've got so many good ones in your head or in your library that, you know, how do you choose your favorite? And then as far as the least, I mean, I've got silly, stupid stuff like Samurai Santa Claus or geriatric. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I know we talked about it, but I swear, they just like spin. It's like it's like a Marvel, DC, whatever comic book company. It's like, all right, we need to come up with a name. So bring out the wheel. We'll spin it 3 times, and just that's the name of a character. So you know,
Cyborg, Ninja. None. Okay, we're good.
Toxic Avenger.
Well, that's trauma. That's its own different thing. We could have an hours long discussion on Lloyd.
Oh God. I'm gonna no. So I guess the next thing is we talked about comics. Well, because yeah, I did say movie memorabilia, stuff like you have from whether it's a reproduction or it's close to looking like the thing from the movie.
Okay, so besides the proton pack, the oscillation overthruster, RoboCop's gun, the lament configuration box, the lightsabers, the helmets, most of my stuff that's like that are repros. So I've got a lot of them. You know, geez, I'm trying to think of something that I hadn't shown you before.
I mean,
I'm not sure if I have anything movie related.
Oh, you know what? I got something that's really cool.
Or TV show related.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Because the only TV show
I don't have
related.
my lightsaber currently, but that would.
I think honestly, because I want to talk about it. My favorite thing I own, and I've had it for a long time, is Goku's 4-star Dragon Ball.
Nice.
It's
Oh,
one of my
that's
favorite.
cool.
It's one of my. I have this version. Sorry, I know I should be showing. I know this is about your guys' collection, but
Yeah, that's fine.
I like. And I also got a mini version of his Dragon Ball.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, I got the life-size Dragon Ball, which is probably my all-time
That's
favorite.
fantastic.
It's my all-time favorite thing. Is it's like when I started collecting again.
Damn it. You know, one of the other things I was going to grab, but it's kind of buried in a closet. I have the Blade Runner special collector's edition that comes in the Voight Kampf case that he tests for replicants. That's like one of my best movie collectibles.
From the original Blade Runner or
every
Blade
cut of the movie.
So from
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah,
it's the super collector's
the
edition back in like
the one starring Harrison Ford, not the 2020,
one from the 80s,
not the 2040.
Yeah, no, the original one. It comes in the Voight Kampf case. It has the little origami unicorn, a little toy spinner.
What's it
every
called?
cut of the movie. I think it was just like the Ultimate Collection Blade Runner. It's fantastic. I've got it. It's a little buried where I grab it.
I'm looking
but
at
I do have something that's similar.
I'm looking at Blade Runner Ultimate Collection. Oh, so you mean you mean this thing?
Yep, have that.
Yeah. So this is what your dad's. I don't know if Sam's ever seen it before.
Wait,
That's what
is it?
That's what your dad's talking about.
Yeah, and it opens.
Oh.
Yeah, and I've still got the dust sleeve for it,
and that's
yeah,
that is cool.
Oh yeah,
right now. So right now, it goes for $66 on eBay.
Wow, I think I paid more than that off the shelf, but whatever.
Oh yeah,
but it's all DVDs though too. Yeah, comes with the toy spinner, the little origami unicorn. Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
And then it comes with an image still.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is I think this came this, if I'm not mistaken, Harrison Ford did this before he did The Last Crusade, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, way before. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So yeah,
one of the other I was gonna say the only other thing that I had access to, that's the entire series. It is 3D. That's the entire
Battlestar Galactica.
Original Battlestar Galactica.
And the cover's a fucking Cylon.
Yeah, it's the Cylon head. Yeah, yeah.
Does that
with a lenticular lens? So
damn, it doesn't do the red thing back and
if
forward.
You get in the light. No, it's just a lenticular lens, but oh well. But that's a cool one too.
Nice. So Sam, any TV show, movie memorabilia that you own? Even it's just like a mini version of it too.
I don't know, honestly.
I mean, you got BB-8 in the background.
I do have BB-8. He's made of Lego.
Wait, can you bring him up and show him? If you just, I know Lego's really got to be really careful. Oh yeah, speaking of Lego, I saw on Amazon. I saw on Amazon. It was a life-size Lego Star Wars hilt that you could build. And
really?
Yeah, it's Luke Skywalker's. It's a Lego Luke Skywalker's lightsaber you can build.
Nice. I've got a Falcon right over there.
That is
so awesome.
Cool.
Wow.
And then you can move his head.
Oh my! I have never seen that before.
I haven't either. That's awesome.
Where'd you get that? Where'd you get that orange soccer ball?
I think we got this from Walmart. And now that I have him, he's probably the second most expensive thing that I have.
I have never seen that.
I have not seen that one either. I've only ever seen the little ones.
I've never seen someone that's almost life size.
I think this is like almost 150.
I believe it. How many pieces is that? I know that'd take you a long time to put together.
It's like over 3,000.
Holy fuck!
I think.
Yeah, I have the little Sphero BB-8. But,
the remote control one.
The app controlled.
My husband had to help me with this.
I was about to say that's definitely a group project, because I would like 3,000 pieces.
Yeah, that's too many.
3,000 pieces, not to mention having to set the little contraption up. Like the only Lego Star Wars thing I own, I think I've showed you guys, is my
Yes, that's awesome.
and this thing took this thing took like under 30 minutes, but I've never seen.
Well, my son-in-law's a huge A-fall, so I'm sure that didn't take him very long. He scratch built a Batmobile years ago that was fantastic before they released it. Like a mass production.
That is
Uh,
really cool
yeah,
though.
that
Like
BB-8 is
I've
fantastic.
never I've seen a R2D2 one, but I've never seen a BB-8. The fact that the head moves, that
Yeah,
his chest opens with this little torch thing. Oh, and it moves backwards.
yeah,
Yes.
that's great. Yeah, that's awesome.
It's so cool.
Yeah, I can't believe how much he was because I didn't know until I saw it at Walmart. I can't believe you spent this much.
Wait, or your
Well,
wait,
how
you did
cool is
wait,
that, though?
you did or your husband did?
This was a gift. So my husband gave it to me. I think it was like either as a birthday present or a Christmas gift.
Yeah, because that thing is
That's
nuts.
awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
Holy crap.
He's not the biggest fan of BB-8 because he finds him annoying, but he's.
I mean,
adorable.
he's an orange soccer ball.
Yeah, but that is awesome. I don't think I'd ever seen that before.
Yeah, I know. I want the Mandalorian Lego helmet.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at him right now. So holy sh. Oh wow. So I'm looking up right now. This is a entire set. It's the same one you showed us. So this is how much it comes with the Lego brick remover thing, a little stand. This is how much that version is that comes with everything. $240.
Wow.
But it comes with a mini. If you look,
I didn't know they had that.
it comes with a mini BB-8.
Oh my goodness.
It comes with the Lego
Nice.
brick. It comes with that Lego brick remover thing, and it also comes with a stand with a name card. But yeah, that's
cool.
It's the same one, but this one's like 240. Fuck.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, standard he's like 170.
Yeah.
Oh wow, and then ooh, I found something your dad might like. Speaking of Lego Star Wars,
Oh, the probe droid. Yeah,
Imperial
nice.
probe droid.
I do like that.
He
I
is-
have the toy, the
He's
94
only
toy, but
he's only $60.
yeah, and I think if I'm not mistaken, it's like 12 inches. It's pretty good size.
Yeah, and then you got then oh I may have to buy one of these now. They even got so who here's played that Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order game?
Right here. Oh, BD1. Nice.
I have, but I had to restart the entire game because I messed up so badly that I couldn't get past it. So I've played it a little bit. Hey,
Yeah,
Noob.
but
Yeah,
that's like that was almost like a life-size BD1.
Might be. I have files for printing a life-size one that's all intricate and stuff. I have a static one and the one that actually can move around. I gotta.
I've seen
Ugh.
people
Yeah,
build. I've seen people
there's
build
some
like
great prints.
I don't know how you can do it and then put all the wiring in those things.
yeah, I want it.
Oh yeah, the Mandalorian. I've seen the Lego
Look how
I've seen
awesome
the
it is.
Lego Star Wars
It's made
helmet
out of Lego.
collection.
You know, the only thing about those helmets, I've seen some of them on display.
Yeah.
They're much smaller than what I would think
yeah.
they look like in the box, but
And they
still,
I also seen they come with, you can buy LED Lego lights that go with those things.
yeah, they'll go up underneath and
Yeah,
stuff.
'cause
Yeah, there's
look,
some neat
there's
stuff.
someone holding it, so it's pretty little.
Yeah, they're a lot smaller than you think.
Oh yeah. They're about yay big.
Yeah, but they'll still fit on a shelf.
Oh yeah, no, I would love to.
Yeah.
So now
Because-
autograph stuff.
Ooh.
Peter Mayhew.
Yeah.
Oh man, rest in peace, big guy. The fact that not only did he play him, he voiced him. I also remember seeing the thing online where during Return of the Jedi, Peter Mayhew had to have like a security detail because people looking out for Bigfoot back then.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, especially San Rafael and all that. Yeah. So I don't have access to too many of my autographed ones, but I have Peter's. I have Hal Wamsley, who was one of the Jawas in Star Wars. Yeah.
The one who actually shot R2D2.
Yeah, Dathcha. Yep, I have
Nice.
his.
Oh
And then
yeah, I
There was
remember that.
there's a local actor I can't remember his name. Cool City Jawa. He was like 7 years old when he played as one of the Jawas in A New Hope.
Hmm. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And then I have Commander Worfs.
Oh
That's
wow.
Michael Dorn.
Before they changed the looks of the
Yeah, but that was, gosh, I can't remember. That
the
was at a
Klingons.
convention years and years ago.
Was that the
And
one?
then
Was that the convention where you tell me people got in a fist fight?
it was one of those hosted by the same people. Yeah, yeah,
Oh God.
yeah. It was the one right after that one with Michael Dorn.
If you want to hear the story about that, I highly recommend checking out either the what was it? It was either the cosplay number 40, the cosplay veteran one, or Brian's solo cosplayer
Yeah,
interview.
it
I
was
think
the
you might have
convention.
mentioned it in two of
Yeah,
those.
it was the
Yeah.
convention right after that that all happened. It was like I am out for a while.
I
The
mean
only other
when
one that I have that I really like, um, and it was because the guy was a local, and it actually got me a job testing for him and stuff. But Joe Kukin, the guy that played Kane from Command and Conquer, he actually signed a sign for me
wait,
when I
who?
worked at Home Depot. Joe
Oh,
Kukin, he was one of the founding members of Westwood Studios in Las Vegas. He helped.
Command and Conquer the video game?
Yeah, he's the one that played Kane, the bald guy, the main enemy.
oh,
And he was also a producer on like the Dune and Do 2000 games and all that stuff from Westwood.
oh, that's
So
cool.
Kukin. Oh, you mean this guy?
that's him. That's Joe.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
dang.
Yep. Yeah. So that was like he was in the aisle shopping for like pesticide or something, and I happened to walk by and I looked at him and I just kept staring and I was like, that's Kane, man. You know, and then I didn't want to go up and talk to him. I was kind of embarrassed. And then I finally did, and I was like, "Oh, hey, hey, Mr. Coogan." He's like, "You know my name?" I was like, "Well, yeah, you produced this, and you were Kane, and this and that." And we talked for a little bit, and then I kind of walked away going,
little
because
acting,
it
acting
was
like.
just he was so awesome.
I
It's a
mean,
great series of games.
you had your nerdy fanboy
Oh
moment. I
yeah,
get
and
that.
then so
He's
he
just
left, and I told somebody about it that I worked with, and they ran up and found him checking out and had him sign that for me. And then she came back and said that, oh, that's for that guy in the back and everything. And she's like, yeah, yeah. And so that was just really cool because, he's not necessarily a celebrity, but I thought he was. It was a really cool guy.
I
He
mean,
got me a job working for Westwood.
wait,
So
he
I
did?
can't complain. Yeah. Yeah. I was a game tester for them for a while. Yeah.
Westwood. Oh wow,
I didn't know that.
that's an
Yeah.
old company.
Yeah. Before they got bought out by EA, I game tested Renegade, which was like the first person shooter, Command and Conquer, Nox, a few of their others before they went
And
under and everything.
I know Command and Conquer's mainly an RTS game now.
Yeah, but they went well. They were originally.
Okay, I know who you're talking
about.
about. Did he play? Yeah,
Yeah.
he played as a villain.
Huh?
In the first
Yeah.
one or second
Yeah,
one.
it's Kane. Yeah, all of them.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun. I mean, that was an in-person meet. So I have those readily available. And I have like Jay Muse and Mel Torme and a few other Vegas people and stuff. But yeah, Jay was fun.
Snoochie Boochie.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Sam, same question.
Samantha's got an entire wall of autographs.
So some of your favorite autograph collectibles that you have.
So number one, I had it's not quite the right Flash because I couldn't buy it, but I have Jay Garrick now. So this is signed by John Wesley Shipp.
Oh, OG Flash from the 90s.
Yeah. And
The first live action Flash, technically.
Yeah.
Music by Danny Elfman came around the same time as Batman the Animated
so
Series.
I have this signed by him. And then I have a photo op that
Oh,
he signed also.
he is tall. Oh, he even has little the lightning bolt thing too. That is cool.
Yeah. And I have the same shirt on, which is great.
Nice.
Yeah,
That must have been fun. That must have been
him 3 times.
Oh wow. He does, and I swear he rarely ages. I find it funny. He's played as both.
Looks amazing.
He played as both, the Flash in the red suit. Then he also played as Golden Age. Wait, Silver Age or Golden Age or Bronze Age Flash, the one in the old suit with the tin helmet.
That was a different actor.
Oh no, I'm talking about in the Arrowverse. He played as
Jay Garrick.
Yeah. No, John Wesley Shipp Jr. also played as Jay Garrick.
I don't think so. I
Yeah,
thought that was a different actor entirely.
uh,
Because he was Barry's dad in the Arrowverse.
And then from a different dimension, he's Jay Garrick,
yeah.
and then
Oh, that's
that
right. Okay, that's
crazy
right. I
person
thought I'm thinking mainline series. That's
that
right. He
ended up
was.
being
That show got confusing.
yeah,
Yeah, here it is.
yeah, someone pretended to be Jay Garrick, kidnapped
Yeah.
that, and then yeah, it was
Okay, that's
yeah.
right. Yep.
The fact that he's played as two versions of the Flash is pretty cool.
And the Flash
Oh.
is dead.
And the Flash is
Yeah.
Yeah.
He oh my I didn't know what to say to him. Like I couldn't talk to him because I was like so excited. It's like I don't know what to say to you.
Mr. Ship, you are my biggest fan, right? You know,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh man, I think
And then I almost says, "Oh yeah, you're a lot more handsome in person." And it's like I didn't mean to say that, but the dude looks amazing though.
I guess I might as well go.
Oh, he does. He does. Yeah.
Your internet connection is unstable. No, it's not. I don't have
And
it any.
then
Oh yeah.
I
Oh, nice.
Stephen Amell
And
right there too.
Stephen Amell and oh god, John Scott Barrowman.
Yeah, and I can't remember what her name is.
Wait, who?
The Thea.
Oh,
This one.
I can't remember her name either, but yeah,
Arrow sister.
she does play as Thea, and also or she also is the new Speedy in the Arrowverse.
Yeah, and Smallville.
Oh, nice. You got Superman and also Lex Luthor. On also he also voiced the Flash in the Justice League animated series. He has his own podcast. The guy who voices who played as Lex Luthor
Tom
from
Welling. Yeah,
Go ahead. You were saying Tom what?
you or something like that.
Yeah. You were saying Tom Welling what now?
I think that's what it's called. So Tom Welling and Tom have like a feud at Comic Cons. So like Tom signed it as big as possible so that Michael couldn't. That's why it's so big.
Oh, jeez.
Michael signed it.
I would.
So
It'd be cool to see him at a
this
local
was
con.
cool. And I wore my Supergirl suit.
Oh, nice.
Oh, he's a lot taller in person.
Oh, I believe it. I would like to see Tom Welling at a local con here. But I know he's one of those actors that
Unfortunately, yeah, they were so nice. Unfortunately, I didn't get his autograph because it was another $250 we couldn't spend.
Ooh.
But we have the photo op of Tom Holland.
Oh wow.
Which was $250.
Oh yeah. He's a modern day actor, so of course he's gonna charge.
So out of the photo ops and stuff I have an autograph.
I still count that because it's you technically have it, but yeah, Tom Holland charging. Yeah, and that's not. I mean, hell. I remember hearing a thing online on TikTok how at this convention, Billy D. Williams was like charging like 200 something for autographs.
Yeah, it's because of the guarantees at the con. They have to make so much money to even appear that they try and make up for it on autographs versus attendance and stuff. So.
And I heard Billy D. Williams' line didn't have like a whole lot of people because he was charging so much, which is understandable.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I didn't get Sean Astin's or Elijah Wood's at the last RCC. It was just way too expensive.
Oh no, we were saying how Billy D. Williams, who played as Lando Calrissian, and who also played as Harvey Dent in the 1989 Batman film, which most people seem to forget. I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I can see why Billy D. Williams would charge. I guess I'll go. I might as well since I don't have it anymore because I lost it during when I was moving to Medford from Central Point. I had Roger Craig Smith's autograph of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Really?
Yeah. SAC Anime 2019.
Oh, that's cool.
Me and my sister went so he was on the free autograph side. So if you brought something with you, if you brought one item with you, you can get it signed for free. But if you brought anything else, you would have to pay. His line was the longest. We were almost in that line for 2 hours because there were people who paid to do the line jump thing, where if you pay $20 in cash,
yeah,
you can like skip the lines. And then I was seeing people who like had like big suitcases of stuff to be signed by him because he's voiced Sonic, he's voiced Batman, he's voiced Captain America, he's voiced Mirage in Apex Legends. So I'm like, and I look behind me, it's like, well, it's too late to back out now.
Oh wow.
But I got his autograph. I had him sign Sonic the Hedgehog holding the ring, and I had him write it in blue. And then after he sent his name, can you also put "Gotta go fast"?
Nice.
I don't have it anymore, but I have a
That's
picture of it on my
cool.
Oh,
I have a
that's still
picture of it on my
awesome.
Instagram.
You know, one of my absolute favorites, because it was a meet and greet that I got to do twice, was with the man himself.
Ah, the king himself,
Okay.
Bruce. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's his book that he did a while
Yeah.
back.
Well, it's one of two of his books.
Hell
So
to the king, baby.
yeah. So if chins could kill, and it was actually I had it signed to Brandon.
Oh, and the dude has the chin. The dude has a chin that
Yeah,
chin that
and
could kill.
it says, "Hey Brandon, be careful with your boomstick," and that was in August 7th of 01, right?
Oh yeah,
Then
back when he
that was
still
in
had
Vegas.
back when he still had his colored hair.
Yeah, and then when he released Hail to the Chins,
Whoa, you were
went and
like,
got it signed
oh, there
to
we go.
me at the Barnes and Noble here in Medford.
That's right,
So
because
I
he
got
has
to
a
meet
place.
him
He has a place.
twice,
He has a
and
place
that
out in.
was
He has a place out
that
in
was a lot
Jack.
of fun.
That's right, because he has a place out in Jackson.
Yeah,
That is so
yep.
cool.
But that was a lot of
He-
fun.
and I
he-
He
also
was yeah, and to meet him
Yep.
twice.
Oh, and the guy who played his
Who is that?
Jason
he's
Todd.
Red Hood from the live action Teen Titan.
He plays as Jason Todd, aka Red Hood from Teen Titans. I felt so bad for how his
Yeah.
character got treated in the episode. He's a youngin.
I know the Titans. Yeah, I know.
So,
I felt so bad for that character.
oh yeah, no, his character gets treated like how Jason Todd would. So last but
Yeah,
not least, Brian, to quote General Grievous from episode 3, what is the fine addition to your collection?
Ooh. Ooh. Yep. Actually, hold on. Let me go grab it because I just got it not that long ago.
While you're doing that, I'll ask Sam. Sam, to quote General Grievous from Star Wars Episode 3, what is the fine addition to your collection?
What? I'm sorry. What?
What is the
kinda
what
cut
is
out.
what is the fine addition to your collection?
No, internet work.
Hey, you good? Can you hear me now?
I'm sorry. You
All right.
cut out.
All right. What is the fine addition to your collection?
It's a Funko Pop. Of course.
Oh. Ooh.
Batmobile.
Oh, 1950s Batmobile. That is cool.
Yeah. Isn't it awesome?
I am actually kind of jelly. That is really cool. All right, now Brian,
Yeah,
what is the fine
Okay,
addition
so
to your collection?
I've got two that are fairly recent.
Is that the gun from Alien?
Yes. So there's
Was that the one you bought or Brandon bought?
we both did,
Oh, you both have. You bought your own?
and it makes noise.
Oh, does it have the counter? Oh.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I've
So-
seen people respray paint that to make it look like the actual gun from the game.
Yeah. Which I've got two of them, so I'll probably do that with one of them. So that
That's awesome.
and
That is
then
awesome.
one of the other more recent ones is that particular Spider-Man statue.
It's cool.
Yeah.
That is
So,
cool.
Those are probably the two most recent. Otherwise, I've got like every other one of the gallery diorama
I have this one.
Spider-Man.
Ooh.
But yeah, I have
think
that
that-
one. That's right below me. I have that.
It hurt my heart to take him out of the box.
Oh, I bet. I might as
But
well.
the box wouldn't fit anywhere, so it's like you're gonna have to come out of the box.
Since this is the first episode, I'm only doing this once because you guys will be the first episode for the second. One of my fine additions to my collection, it wasn't really a whole lot, and it's not really a whole lot online, but
Oh, nice.
The crew,
Oh,
the Imperial shuttle cruiser, along with an Imperial coin. I got this at Retro Wormhole for like $15, I think.
Really? And with the case?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
that's how it came.
Nice. Yeah, the
Oh,
Lambda
that's
class shuttle.
cool.
That's fantastic.
Oh yeah, it's and I looked online. The thing's not cheap. It's like I said, I'm only showing this. I'm only doing this once for myself. Because I'm not going to do it for each episode because that's But I have to say this is probably one of my favorites because it's just
That's
Imperial
just cool.
shuttle and the
Yeah, it's
Imperial
awesome.
emblem. I've never seen or heard of these before.
I don't think I've seen that one, but
I've
that's
never
great.
seen that before. I know I'm so sad because I could have shown my lightsaber, but I don't have it.
Not yet.
No, I got an email saying, "Oh, it's shipped to you," but it's like I don't know when I'm getting it.
Oh yeah, they do that.
It's like, oh, it's been 2 weeks.
Oh, but no, seriously.
They didn't tell me how to fill out a warranty for it to get it fixed, and then it's like, oh, it's been in our shop for 2 weeks.
Naturally, no. I mean,
Like, oh, I'm so sad.
that is cool. Like I've seen that the Nerf.
The lightsaber is pretty good addition to my collection.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see it. Oh yeah, one more thing. Would you guys minding holding up one of your favorite collectibles so I can have this for the thumbnail? And also to show so people and you can also show you off your just a random one.
Oh man.
We're gonna go a little creepy and just have Nightwing's head.
Pull one off the shelf.
Ooh.
He's a
A
piggy bank.
Nightwing but I remember I've seen those before. I remember seeing a Batman one. All right, so yeah,
Well,
hold it.
since I've got the Ghostbusters thing, we'll go with my little mini
Yeah.
cleft.
Okay, so yeah, just hold those up just for a few seconds and then I can screenshot this. All right, there we go. So yeah, you guys, thank you for being on thank you for again, always appreciate you guys having on this channel. And
Absolutely.
thank you also for being the first guest for this new segment. I can't wait to do more of these. It's more content and I also love always seeing people show off their nerd shit. I always think it's cool.
Oh, and there's so much more that, like I said, I don't really have room for.
Oh
I
no,
need to up my collection, man.
I mean I'm almost running
Never enough.
almost running out of space in my area and then
Yeah. Well, and then
my
Sam
Funko.
made that for me. Which, how cool is that? Yeah. That was for
Yeah.
Christmas.
That
Yeah,
is
Sammy made that for me.
cool.
Yeah.
And it lights up.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't
nice.
reach the switch too well because the way she did it, but
Oh, so one last thing before this, as I always ask in these kind of interviews, advice for those who want to start their own collection. Brian's
Ooh.
first.
I'd say collect what you like, not what's going to be worth anything or anything like that. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was made? That was cool.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Samantha
Aw.
made it for me.
I would
but yeah, I
love
would
one,
just
but I would fear have it being taken off my door.
yeah, I would say just whatever you're into. In this day and age, there's definitely some collectible for it, whether it's in print or video, action figure, prop, whatever. Just dip your toes in, get something that you like. Much like with the Omni Blade, something like that. Even if it's
Oh
just
man,
one piece.
that thing was like almost $100, but it's like I want to do a casual shepherd, and one of these days I want to do an armored shepherd from Mass Effect.
Sure.
It's been on my list, but the Omni Blade I had to get because ever since you can use it more often in Mass Effect 3, it's like I want it.
Yeah. Okay. See, so right there, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Something that just really speaks to you. And it's like, I gotta have it. I mean, even if it's something as simple as a lament configuration box.
Just
from
don't,
Hellraiser,
just
that's
don't,
it.
don't mess
Yeah,
with
piggy
it. 'Cause,
bank or
Yeah, because that's what
that is still
okay.
cool though.
Wayne, there's another. So since they've really started pushing merchandising and stuff, hold on, I'll show you. Okay.
Real quick, Sam.
You could even get something that's practical. You
Ooh.
could get something that's practical. Those are salt and pepper shakers. They're lightsabers.
What?
Yeah, and they light up. But
how long have you had those?
quite a while. Yeah,
What?
it lights up and everything too.
Oh,
That's kind of light. But
speaking of
it's
salt,
they're automatic.
speaking of salt and
Where'd you
pepper,
get them?
speaking of salt and pepper, I gotta show you something real quick.
Okay.
Seriously, where'd you get those?
I think probably Walmart or something, Sam.
Oh, I saw a BB-8 like teapot, but you can't put it on the stove because it's ceramic. So it's like I might just get it for looks.
Yeah.
You like the piggy bank?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh yeah. So my mom and my aunt got me these when I first moved in here, and I don't use them because I'm afraid they're gonna get stained.
Oh.
But I mean, I even have a Millennium Falcon shaped waffle maker. Oh, nice.
Oh.
Okay.
Wooden Star Wars cooking utensils. I do not use these. I keep these in my drawer. Once I get a rack
Those
for
are so
them,
pretty.
these are going to be a decorative piece. I'm afraid to use these to cook with because they're going to get stained or they're going to get ruined, and I'm going to fucking cry.
Yeah. But
Oh.
there you go. You can even get something, but let's say that those were metal or something like that, or something usable. You can start collecting like that. Something that would be practical. I have a Darth Vader head cookie jar.
I've seen that.
There you go. So, I mean, you can go that kind of a route, but just find something that you're into.
And towels that I won't touch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go. Bath towels, something like that. A shower curtain.
Yeah.
Or the or the gold or the good old people, someone who's been collected but they're afraid to open it. The good old NRFB, never removed from box.
Yeah. So, I mean, just find what you like. Get one or two things, and if it's gonna be one of those I can't justify the cost, we'll get something practical like the salt and pepper shakers or your wooden spoons or something like that, and then go from there. Doesn't have nobody has to have multiple proton packs or Nerf blasters or anything like that. You don't have to. I mean, I do, but not everybody does. So heck, they even make like lights. I've got a little Snorlax night light that's awesome. Little things like that, something that might have a practical use. Okay,
I love it.
So or a blanket. I have a Ghostbusters blanket somewhere. I have another one that's Star Wars stuff.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
So there you go. There's your that would be the advice I'd have right there. If you don't really actively collect anything and you're hesitant about it for whatever reason, get something that would be functional, and then maybe that might lead into you getting, oh, I want the action figures from this, or I want to have the collector's edition of the movies or something like that. That's a functional ghost trap and stuff too. I mean, nobody needs to get that, but still, one thing might lead into another. And if you're unsure, you can always back off easily because you're not really diving headfirst into it, and you have something practical that lasts forever, or somebody might take it off your hands or whatever. But yeah, I would say start lightly. Just
you've been collecting over years. You're not like
collecting nerd shirts too.
I mean,
yeah, there you go, right there.
Well, you'll wear them because we're
I
all
have
wearing
an alien shirt on right here. So
I mean,
yeah,
or a pillow.
Nice.
Yeah, pillow. Yeah, there you go. I mean, something like that. Start small.
Oh, damn you, Barry, for messing with the timeline.
Yeah, I'm no kidding. I know her internet's terrible some days.
But
that's what my advice would be is just start small.
Yeah, look at the necklace.
Yeah, there's that kind of stuff too.
Nice.
My grandma got this for me.
Very nice. Sam, same question. Advice for those who are wanting to start collecting stuff.
I would agree with my dad on collect the things that you like, because if you don't like it and it's just gonna sit there and you're just gonna stare at it, it's like, I don't like this. That doesn't really, because you're wasting your money on something that you don't really want to collect. So I would agree with that.
That's some pretty sound advice. I mean, I'm the same way. I collect to collect. I don't collect to to get to sell for more later, like sell for. I can't. I have stories on that, but I'm not gonna say.
Yeah.
I know with the amount of plushes I have, it's like those will never go anywhere.
Or your scalpers who will buy like 20 of the same item and then sell them for way more than they're fucking worth.
Yeah. But like I said, just start with something simple. Start with like what Sam was saying, with what you like, and if it's a pillow or a blanket or
like
a plushie,
you can do rings and you can do necklaces.
Or how I have a collection of Game Informer magazines.
Yeah, I have like tons of magazines. That, like I said, there's going to be something relevant to what you're into, and if money's an issue, get the cheapest option. I mean, even if it's something as stupid as like a little pocket Pokemon book or something like that.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, there was like a couple bucks at a Dollar General or something like that. It's like yoink, but
you're coming home with me.
Yeah. Even if it's something silly like that.
If it catches you, if it catches your eyes, like, ooh, I like you. How much are you? Okay, you're not a whole lot of money. I want you. I want to take you home. You're gonna be on my fridge or my door or
Yeah.
something.
Or,
The amount
just a
of stuff you
magazine. Like
collect.
Sam said, magazine. You can start with something like that might introduce you to
Yeah,
the world of it.
Yeah,
And
no,
you're
definitely.
not really out of
I
several miles.
magnets and Legos.
I
Legos are pretty.
wholeheartedly agree. Or even I had this made. You know, someone made this for me.
Nice. BMO.
Yep,
Oh, yeah,
I had that. That was made for me, and so yeah.
cute.
So yeah, I think that should do it again. You both, thank you for coming on to sharing your nerd stuff and learning about how you got
Yeah.
into collecting this.
Yeah,
Showing my dad
absolutely.
a shame.
Again, I think that should do it. Again, Brian and Sam, thank you for coming
Yeah,
on,
absolutely.
and
Yeah,
can't wait to
it's fun.
do more of these, do more of this segment to see more people's nerd collection. And oh, real quick before I go, because I started in this thing. First off, Brian, would you like to promote yourself by letting people know where they can find you on your socials?
Anymore, I haven't been too active with my shop, but I'm still available through Nightingale Studios on Facebook. And I believe it's still active on Instagram. If not, it would be at Luna Stardes. Um, Otherwise, you can message me direct. It's Brian Montejano. I'm pretty easy to find if you need anything built or want to talk about anything or something like that. But yeah, it's been kind of in a weird state of flux the past couple years with COVID having jacked up everything. So I haven't been as active building things as I'd like. I've got still probably half a shop full of unfinished projects and not a lot of commissions, but I can 3D print, I can build, advise, whatever, always there. And if they can't find me, they can get a hold of you to get a hold of me. So that's
Oh
pretty
yeah,
easy that
yeah,
way
yeah.
too.
If you can't find, yeah, definitely. And like links will be in the description below if you want
Yeah.
to, if you have any questions or you want something commissioned. Because
Yeah.
if you've seen any, if you've seen any of other Brian's interviews, he usually will show off his stuff.
Yep.
Sam, same question. Mind promoting yourself to where people can find your socials at?
So I have an Instagram and it's Saving Grayson, because Nightwing. And and then I have my separate Facebook account for like my cosplay related things that's called Grayson Cosplay Studios. Just to clarify, Grayson is not my name because I've been asked that a lot. So it's just it's just the name I use for my social media. But yeah, that's where you can find me.
And links to those will be in the description below. And also be sure to be on the lookout for Sam's cosplayer interview on Cosplay Contact coming out. I want to say next month or the month after. I have to look at my schedule on that.
Yeah, schedules.
Yeah.
Damn schedule. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
How dare you?
It helps. But yeah, that should do it. Again, I'm Winnie Unknown. Until next time, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you for watching.